Sofia Gallo was a thief, a common pilferer, pickpocket, swindler. She knew better than to soften the harshness of that reality. By definition, anyone who stole another person's property, especially by stealth and without use of force or violence, deserved the label. And Sofia fit the profile. Maybe not in the conventional sense of the word, although that could be true. English was her second language, and Italian her mother tongue. Nuance and innuendo weren't often taught in textbooks. Dismissing the idea, she tucked an unruly curl behind her ear and ducked into a shadowy alcove at the corner of Jermyn Street so she could survey the throng of well-heeled afternoon shoppers as they bustled along with their business. Smoothing her bag of stolen treasures further beneath her cloak, she waited for an opportune moment to blend into the mix. Perhaps thief was too strong a label for what she did every Thursday morning. She was more a rescuer of sorts, a salvager who cared about reclaiming what was otherwise discarded and cast aside, unwanted and terribly undervalued. She wrinkled her nose at the ignorant assumption made by others. So many things in life were carelessly discarded. Scraps of paper and lace, leftover food, broken hearts, people. Drawing a deep breath, she focused on the busy thoroughfare, unwilling to allow sadness to permeate her successful outing. She'd learned in several difficult lessons, not all opinions were valued equally. Some people automatically considered her the worst kind of thief because they'd decided she'd stolen Luca from his wife. Which wasn't true. Sofia hadn't even known he was married at the time they'd taken up with each other and fallen in love. That essential fact made it difficult to bear responsibility for everything that had happened afterward, even if the same series of events had proven terribly unfortunate. Her brothers discovered the truth before she did, and with that knowledge they turned her world upside down, removing her from Italy, separating her from scandal, and subsequently moving their tumbling act to England, where they now lived and worked at Vauxhall Gardens, the ideal location for a new beginning. A place where the ordinary became the extraordinary, where people imagined their past, present, and future with the fickle creativity of a whimsical daydream. How very convenient. She sighed an exhale composed of frustration and despair, aware the swift, dizzying series of events had left little time for her broken heart to mend. However, this was not a morning for looking back. She was in a race against the clock, and the road ahead was the only decision worth considering. Literally. Assured in her timing, she stepped from the alcove and continued toward Bond Street, on through the crowded walkways with the confidence and agility that served her well during her tumbling routine.